Guess who's back, 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 back again, again. Okay, a lot of you guys have noticed that I've got my level marker back. It means I got rehired at Palfish. If you saw in my video before, I had been talking about how I got fired at Palfish because I got too many absences. Yes, it can happen to anyone who works too much. And I'll be honest, like, I have a lot of things going on. If you hadn't noticed, I made my big announcement that I had announced in that video I was working on, and that's the new site that I'm creating, or that I have created, called Koala Teachers. And I am super excited for this, like ridiculously excited. But I wanted to give you guys an idea of what happened when I came back to Palfish. So previously I had been told by another teacher that your absences go away. That is not true. My absences are still there. So in the event that I get another absence, I'm canned. I have to wait for the other absences to time out before I can get another absence, which I don't plan on getting. I've cut my schedule drastically. So if you go in there and you see a really low level marker, it's because I have cut my schedule down so much. And the reason I've cut my schedule down is because I really do want to focus on this project that I'm working on. I have invested a lot of time and a lot of money into it, and I really want to see it succeed. So when I changed my schedule and I changed my hours, a lot of parents, a lot of students, and a lot of head teachers, like the class admin, have been messaging me like, oh, can you open this up? Can you open this up? And I'm not opening up any weekends unless it's like a regular student and I get a request. I don't want to be working the crazy hours that I was working on the weekends before, because while I was off, I was really able to manage my schedule and figure out what worked best in my life. See, everything happens for a reason, right? Everything happens for a reason. I got a lot of welcome messages back from head teachers and from students and from other teachers. A good portion of my fixed slots were still fixed when I came back. Now, I don't know if this is because I messaged all my students and let them know, like, hey, I'm leaving and this is when I'll be back. I don't know if it's because I messaged quite a few of the head teachers through the class admin button saying, hey, I'll be back on this day. Or I don't know if it's just because of the relationship that I have with my students. A lot of my students refuse to see anybody else. They refuse to be taught by anybody else during this time that I was gone. I also noticed, like, yes, I'm going to be paid a lot less because I'm not going to make level 5 anymore. And part of me is like, ugh, that sucks, because I've been making level 5 pay for over a year now. But then, you know, there's another part of me that's like, you know what, I need this break. I have a lot on my plate. So if you don't know, just to like back it up, I'm a single mom of 3 kids, which is enough in itself, right? I work on Palfish. I work for OutSchool now. I picked that up while I was gone with Palfish. I don't do a lot. I only do about 2 or 3 hours a day only on weekdays with them. I mentor. I have my private one-on-one coaching. And now I've got my baby, which is Koala Teachers. I'm still debating on opening more classes because I really like my Palfish paycheck. I don't know what I'm doing with my life at this point in time. It's so hard. It's super, super hard to leave any of your students, especially when you've taught them for so long and you watch them progress. And I tried to kind of go through and make sure that I tried to go through and make sure that any of the students that I knew were waiting for me, that I had their spot open. And I think I pretty much did that. I did get some messages from head teachers, and I let them know, like, hey, I'm not working weekends anymore except for requested slots. So if you request something to me, I'll try to work it into my schedule. And the head teachers were really friendly about that. They didn't really ask any questions. They were just really appreciative that I said I'd work with them. It was interesting not working for Palfish. When I came back, and I started teaching, and my hours are cut so much. Like, and it's not because if you ever see a screenshot of like my front page, my home page of the Palfish app, or if I ever tell you how many classes I have on my schedule, it's not because I can't get the students. It's not because I'm struggling. That was by choice. I knocked down from 160 classes on my schedule to 60 classes on my schedule. That's a big cut. But I also found that I was a better teacher. Today I was teaching a student who generally has a really hard time, and by the time I teach his class at 9 o'clock, I play on my students like, I play off of their energy, and he's a very low level energy. So by 9 o'clock, I've been teaching for hours, and he's one of my last classes, and he's a very low energy student, and it's really hard for me to get into it the way that I get into it with all my other students. And today I got up, taught my classes, felt fully refreshed because I hadn't spent a whole weekend of doing double shifts, and I taught him like I've never taught him before. I stepped away from that class and I was like, wow, like I know he's one of the students that waited for me, and I know that he appreciates me as a teacher, but I appreciated how much of a better teacher I was just by being able to take a step back in my classes. So that's my update for you. Yes, I am back with Palfish. No, I'm not leaving Palfish. I don't even know, like you might see me do like, you know, like this Bling ABC interview and everything. I don't even know if I want to fit them in. I really like where I'm at in my schedule right now. But I still want to do the interview because who knows? All right, that's all I've got for you today on my I'm back at Palfish again rant. And I also did just open up a mentor group. So anybody who is hired until this mentor group closes, then you will be in my mentor group. And I especially love it when I get my subs in my mentor group because I think that's really cool. All right, that's it for today. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.